The daughter-in-law rushes in, holding the phone, and says, "Mom, your daughter is calling. Here you go." The mother-in-law takes the phone and says lovingly, "Hello, dear. What's wrong?" The daughter says happily, "Mom, I had a baby boy. He's healthy and beautiful." The mother-in-law says, "Wow, that fast?" The daughter replies calmly, "Yes, Mom. He was born just yesterday. We're having a small celebration tonight. You have to come." The mother-in-law smiles and says, "All right, dear. I'll definitely come and see my grandson." She hangs up the phone. She turns to her son sitting nearby and says, "Your sister had a baby boy. Today is a happy day. We're all going, right?" The son says happily, "Wow, Mom, that's wonderful news. Of course we'll all go." The mother-in-law says enthusiastically, "Feifei, go get changed quickly." Feifei says calmly, "Mom, you all go ahead. I'm not going." The mother-in-law asks in surprise, "Why not?" Feifei says seriously, "She doesn't like me. If I go, she'll get upset." The son tries to reassure her. "It's a happy day. She won't say anything." Feifei replies firmly, "I still won't go. I don't want to make things awkward for everyone." The son says reasonably, "All right, it's your choice." The mother-in-law says kindly, "We might be late getting back. Make sure you eat." They both start to leave. Feifei quickly says urgent, "Mom, wait a minute." She rushes to the drawer, takes out some money, comes back and says, "Take these 2,000 yuan. It doesn't feel right to go empty-handed." The mother and son take the money and leave quickly. On the way, the daughter calls and asks, "Where are you now? Is Feifei coming too?" The son replies simply, "No, she's staying home." The daughter says sarcastically, "Good thing she didn't come. She's an outsider anyway. She would have just embarrassed us." Hearing this, the mother-in-law snatches the phone and says sternly, "Aren't you ashamed? She sent you money and you're talking about her like this. She doesn't owe you anything, yet she still cared enough to give. You're a daughter-in-law too. Have you ever thought about how you'd feel if someone treated you this way? Learn to be grateful. Learn to appreciate others." She angrily hangs up the phone. The son says tiredly, "Mom, forget it. We're not going." The mother-in-law says sadly, "Yes, son, let's go back." She returns home upset and sits down on a chair right away. The son says in a comforting tone, "Mom, sit down. I'll talk to Feifei." He walks forward and says that. Feifei asks in surprise, "Why are you back already?" The son says in a low voice, "On the way, my sister called. She was speaking badly about you again. Mom heard it and got upset, so we came back." Feifei says realistically, "I already knew she would do that. That's why I didn't go." Then she steps forward and says, "Mom, it was a happy occasion at my sister-in-law's house and we didn't go. It doesn't look right. If the neighbors find out, they'll talk. Please find a way to give her the money. It's our responsibility. We shouldn't fall short." The mother-in-law says sadly, "No. Why should we give money to people who talk behind our backs? Wouldn't it be better to spend it on our own home?" Feifei says thoughtfully, "Mom, if we don't give anything, she'll get upset, and she might even stop visiting you." The mother-in-law says firmly, "If she wants to come, she'll come. If not, it doesn't matter. We don't need to hurt ourselves just to please others." Message: relationships only work where there is respect and appreciation. If someone keeps hurting you, it's better to keep your distance.